You're listening to Truth on Tap with host Kevin Kirsten.
Yeah, most definitely you are.
Big show.
It's the big show. It's the big show. It's Friday, 10 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, October 4th, 2013. And some hope that Karma is a bitch too. I believe Karma's a bitch and his mother is probably a douche. Why not?
Okay, so last
What do you
week
believe?
I had to travel to San Jose on business. I called about 3 hotels.
This is my friend that stayed in a haunted hotel.
There was a Macworld convention going
It
on or
turns
something,
out
but I
that
didn't
ghosts
quite
do
know
not take
until I
furlough.
had it
Yeah,
ready for me.
yeah, they stay
didn't know
on the
at
job.
time.
Doesn't matter who shuts what down. They're still haunting. Yeah. So you're listening to Truth on Tap. Your host Kevin Kierstead. Tonight we were normally going to have scheduled your regular Arab midget comedian butt-tard, Ramsey Swice. Instead, his colleague is supposed to call in, an Italian boy. And let me tell you something about this kid. I don't know a lot about him, but he called my voicemail. And this is what he said. He said, hey, Kevin, this is friend Ramsey. You know, see, guys, this message sucks. Click. That's exactly what it sounded like. Yeah. That's who you'll be getting tonight. Yeah. Don't know if he's off his meds yet or not, which is why I don't make my address public. But it will be for your enjoyment, and isn't that what we're here for? I mean, remember Running Man? That wasn't a fictitious movie. That was a prediction. Yeah, well, we like to watch people uncomfortable, don't we? Yeah. Remember Dynamo? He was a badass fat motherfucker. Looked like a Christmas tree. Remember, hey, Christmas tree. Hey, light bulb. Yeah, we remember you, Arnold. We remember you yelling that. It's a cussing show, by the way. Not really a family kind of affair. In fact, you know, I probably need to talk a little bit here about how I'm mad. I'm mad about what's going on in the government. Let me say this about the government, and then I'm going to be done with it for the night. I'm actually, you didn't realize this, but I took the show mobile. Yeah, and I'm over here at the Capitol building, and as you can hear, it's very quiet around here because, they've all seen me walk up, and they're kind of scared, and who could blame them? Who could blame them? Because, I think it's time to, I'm ready to take care of some fucking business here. Yeah, you better back off. Yeah, yep, this is the Capitol building. This bitch is about to be the lowercase building. That's what it's going to be. But, yeah, here it goes. Ooh. Don't come near me. Go ahead and shoot me. I got Kevlar, bitch. I'm cutting this bitch down. I'm cutting it down. Try to stop me. That's right. There it goes. Yeah, bitch. Thought you knew. Should have been listening to Truth on Tap. All the clues were there. Ugh. Damn. Some of this stuff is steel reinforced. I'm going through it anyway. Gosh damn it. Somebody's got to stand up and make a statement here. Fuck this. Don't come near me. Don't bring that billy club over here. I'll chop that bitch in half. Now, yeah, there your Capitol building is a lowercase building. How you like that shit? Hey, what can I say? I had to make a statement. The power of organization on today's internet network is scary. And if one man can do some of the things we've seen single lone wolf scenarios do, I thought I'd play the role. Why not? Yeah. I needed business to get taken care of, and this is how we handle it where I come from. You bring the chainsaw. Yeah. Bring it right out, and you fire it up, and you get going. The Capitol building is a lowercase building right now, and that would be warning shot number 1. Yeah, warning shot number 1 has been fired. And let's see if we get some action. We'll give them a couple days. And then I'll have to get the split maul and the wedge and the wood splitter and the, I guess I might as well get a cheese grater and a blender and a fishing rod that's broken. I don't know why, but I'll bring that. And how about a broom? because somebody will have to clean up the mess I'm going to make. I'll bring a broom and a dustpan and an overnight bag, because why not? I probably can't do all that in one visit, I'll have to stay somewhere. So I'll bring an overnight bag and just hang out at the subway. Yeah, that'll be so let's hope they get something done in the next couple of days so we can avoid that whole scenario. But I will have the overnight bag packed, just in case. You can never be too prepared. That's my whole point here. Yeah, so, well, you're listening to Truth on Tap. Your host, Kevin Kierstead. I'll tell you something. I have this, I don't know, it's more of a fascination than anything, I guess you could call it, with my good friend Wes Johnson. He's an actor. He's a voiceover artist. He's most actively, you'll find him as the Washington Capitals arena announcer in Washington, D.C., and he does such a fantastic job. I am kind of fascinated with the guy. Maybe it's not to an unhealthy level. I mean, I'm quite psychologically sane. I mean, you saw what I just did to the Capitol building. I mean, isn't that normal? Yeah. So, let's see. I guess I want to play his voice all the time, but I can't, But let me go ahead and remind you what you're listening to. So get ready for this.
You're listening to Truth on Tap with host Kevin Kierstead.
It's necessary. It's necessary. I have to do that. I have to play it sometimes. Not because I want to hear my name in lights, but because I want to hear Wes yell something. Now, I could just as easily put up there, "You're listening to the Caps score a goal," in his voice. Yeah, I could take that. Why not? Why not? But instead, he said my name, and that's all good with me. Damn, this chainsaw is hot. I got to put this down. I'm going to get a hot dog. All the vendors have left, so I'm just going to grab one here and leave $1 or $2. I don't know what he charges. They've all run for some reason. Where's the ketchup? But you guys don't have any freaking condiments around here? Okay, here it is. I found the ketchup and the mustard and relish and some unidentified sauce. This must be like Indian hot dogs. Man, you go to the Capitol and you just find all kinds of shit you don't expect to find, except progress. And speaking of that, in the government, isn't progress a bad word, right? Because it gets that IVE put on the end. You ever heard of that? Glenn Beck likes to use it. Let me warn you about progressive thinkers. Let me warn you about the definition of progress. It means growth. It means getting better. It means moving on. Okay? Time moves on, and if you do not move with it, you die. Ask Mother Nature. Ask Charles Darwin. Progressive is a great way to think. Now, the way it lines up necessarily with the political progressive movement is not what I'm talking about. They're afraid to stay in any one shape for longer than a day. So there's a middle ground there, but progress is good. Not progressing, holding on to those old values necessarily in such a way that you do not allow for change is suicide. It's like going into a river that's 20 feet deep when you could have a raft that would let you go ahead and flow downstream, and you throw away the raft and you wear a bunch of clothes so the sediment can get in your clothes and weigh you down, and you go walking upstream. I mean, I'm all for fighting a good fight, but, where's the middle ground? Okay, so you don't want to get in the raft and just go with the flow, and you don't want to walk upstream all the time and drown. How about getting a raft and tying it to a tree while you fight your fight? That's not what the Republicans are doing right now. They're underwater. They're killing themselves. I don't understand that. I don't understand how a party could do this. Here's what they're doing effectively. Now, they may believe that their fight is a noble one, and I'm sure their followers do. But what I want you to look at for a second is the effect. The effect. They've decided to pick a fight at a rather unexpected time. Everybody thought we were kind of cool right now and everything. They picked a fight, and that fight required them to hold the government hostage. Yeah, and I'll use the word hostage. I don't care, because it is. They've shut it down because the Democrats already gave, and now they're being asked to give more. And I think they're a little tired right now. This is what I'm seeing. This is the truth. I'm coming from the center. So this fight has been picked by the right. And here's what they've done. The right has given away office control of the entire Congress and the White House, as far as I'm concerned, in 2014, 16, 18, and 2020. I'll take it as far as 2020, unless the Democrats do something terrible between now and then. If they do something equally as bad and shoot their own selves in the foot, well, then you'll have a turnaround. But if they just try to maintain a center line, just try to walk the line, they've got guaranteed power through 2020, just based on what these Republicans have done, the Tea Party in particular. Call in and disagree with me. Prove me wrong. I'm ready. 910-NO-LYING is the number, 910-665-9464. Or you can get in on the chat. Go over to the show. It is Spreaker.com/user, because I'm a user, /TruthOnTap. And look for that live episode. Click on that. And you'll see, as you play it, you'll see down in the lower right there a little heart icon and probably a little word that says explicit, because the kiddies aren't really, the show's not geared toward them. And then beside that, you'll see a little chat window with an ellipses in it. Yeah, that's how you get into the chat there and tell me how wrong I am about everything. Great to be here on a Friday night, 10:15, expecting a call from some Italian comedian guy who is completely out of his fucking gourd, which should be interesting. Always interesting when you can get somebody who is challenged by their own medicine or refusal to take it. You get a real, it's a surprise. What flavor do we get tonight? It's almost like opening the fridge, closing your eyes, reaching in, grabbing something, and throwing it in your mouth. Wow. Whoa, that's old horseradish. What the fuck did I just do? So you get something like that. That's nice. I like surprises sometimes, if the right kind of surprise. I wouldn't do the refrigerator thing. I'm funny about food and taste, but, So we'll wait for him to call in, if he calls in. This all assumes, of course, that my Google Voice is going to work correctly tonight. I have reconfigured it once again, trying to figure out how to get more than one caller in at a time. As this show grows, I will continue to work on solutions for the call-ins. I know at this point that I can take at least one caller. I don't know if I can take more than one at one time. So that's just going to have to be something I work on. I'm kind of running a small budget here, so bear with me. The show will grow, and as it grows, I will do what I have to do to make it better for you. But what you can always do is get in on the chat, and you can always go to the Facebook page and make your comments. They won't be deleted. They may start a conversation. You never know. We'll even do a show on what you comment. I'll read them on the air. Go to facebook.com/TruthOnTapShow. That's the page, facebook.com/TruthOnTapShow. Don't forget show. Just like it sounds. And you can get in on this discussion. Tonight's topic is, well, it's really not a topic. It's comedy. I was going to pick on this Italian bastard. We'll see when and if he calls in. Let's see. I think he did try to call in already. Yeah, 10:14. Let me see if I can call out. I think I might be able to call out. Let me try that. That's okay. So that's my number. This is on connecting. Why does it? Yeah, that bothers me. Let's go ahead and bring up the phone. Bring up the phone dial pad. Yeah, well, it looks like it's trying to work. Looks like I got a number here, so let's try that. I'll try to call out and see if I can get him. You never know, it might work. I've seen stranger things happen, have you? Yeah. Oh, so let me copy and paste. I'm going to have to actually think. So, the number. And the last four. I don't know if this is going to work. We'll try it. I'll let you know. Yep. We're ringing. We're ringing.
No,
Hey, what the hell's going on, man?
I don't know. I was just trying to call in, and it was on voicemail every time.
Okay, I got an echo here. Would you say something else to me?
Hello?
Did you say hello twice?
No.
You said hello. Okay, so I'm getting an echo here. Keep talking, man, while I fix this echo. Just sing a song or something for me.
Okay. He's a fast food. He's a fat ass fast food baby. He doesn't have a dad. A fat ass fast food baby. Even though it's true, the story's awfully sad. His mama had him in the bathroom at the place that she works. The bathroom was a disaster. It was awfully perverse. But that's for another day. Till then.
Okay. Dude, I don't have I don't have it fixed. I don't have it fixed yet, but I can't stand your singing, man. So let me fix it enough. I'm just fucking with you, man.
It's nuts.
Seriously, I'm trying to fix this echo because my people are gonna freak the hell out here. It'll take me just a second. I gotta close something. Let's get rid of that's line 1 breakaway. Get rid of that. Okay. Hopefully this doesn't. I hope this doesn't hang up on you. I don't think it will. And then line 2 to line. Here we go. This is the one I have to stop and then start. So it's going to be line 2 to speaker instead. Speaker. Start. Can you still hear me?
Yeah, I can still hear you.
Oh, that's awesome. And you're not echoing anymore, so that's great.
Wait.
So now they call you 10 Fish. Tell me a little bit about you. Let me ask you a question. Are you playing this show right now over the internet by any chance? Can you hear it? Because I need some.
I'm not playing it over the internet right now.
Okay.
Because I really don't have a computer right now.
Okay. Hey, let me see if I can get my girlfriend to test it to make sure your voice is coming through because I've been playing with my settings. So I'm going to mute you for like a second so I can yell at her real quick, okay?
Okay.
All right, stand by.
All right.
Okay, I'm back. I'm waiting for her to... She's going to tune in and check the show and make sure she can hear your voice just to make sure we have everything straight. I think it's all working right, but I can't be sure until I get somebody to listen to the show from another computer and tell me they can hear your voice. So Ramsey says you're a kick-ass comedian. What's your game plan as far... He says he's going to L.A. He's going to be famous. He's going to rock the world, that little Arab midget. What are you going to do to rock the world? He says you hate him, too, by the way.
Yeah, everyone hates him.
Why does everybody hate the short Arab midget, man? He seems so likable to me.
He is. He is kind of likable, but he can be a dickhead.
I knew that. He seems type A to me. Type A people, super organized people, super motivated people, they can be dickheads. But what makes him a dickhead to you? Like, you've known him longer than me. I want you to reveal to me the type of Ramsey I don't know. What's he planning to blow? Is he planning to blow some shit up? I want to know that first. Is because he's an Arab.
Yeah, he's an Arab. Yeah, he has this. He's probably told you he has a web series called "I Never Repeat a Joke."
Yes, sir. He has told me that.
And he has. Through all the time I've known him, he's been making jokes about things that really aren't funny, and sometimes he makes jokes about stuff and it is funny.
Uh-huh.
But since he doesn't repeat jokes, most of his shit is not funny.
See, that's what I was telling him, but he got mad about it. You know, I was telling him all the famous comedians. You must know this. You're a comedian at heart, right? I mean, that's what you do. It's okay to get a routine. And yes, ma'am, it's working. Good. That's what I wanted to hear. There's no echo at all. Good. Thank you, babe. My lovely girlfriend Tanya doing the mic check work. And we're okay, man. You're being heard by the whole world, or more realistically, about 10 or 15 listeners right now. But it grows. It grows. A lot of people download the podcast. So tell me more about what's going on now. Ramsey is not funny because he can't tell the same joke twice. He's working on that. But you are funny. You can tell the same joke twice. You can do a Robin Williams routine and repeat it. It's allowable in your philosophy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't blame you. So where do you perform? Do you do local comedy clubs and stuff like he does?
I've been to the Ashbury Coffee House in Willow Springs a few times recently, weekly.
Okay.
About like 3 or 4 weeks.
Right.
And,
well, I was going to pick on Italians tonight, but the truth is I love you guys. How long have you been over from Italy? Or have you been here your whole life?
I've been here my whole life.
Wow. Okay, do you speak Italian?
No.
No? Oh.
No, I don't.
Okay. Well, see, you guys remember, you're big city guys. You're talking to me. I'm a small town guy. So there's a lot lost in translation. Like, I lived up in D.C. for a few years, so I started getting accustomed to the big city life. But, I mean, you guys out there, Chicago action, I can't even relate to what you see on a daily basis. You know, I tell people in this show that I give people from New York City an honorary psychiatry degree because they're so good at understanding other humans just because of the exposure that they're constantly going through with other people, seeing moods and attitudes. And are you like that? I mean, are you always around other people so you know them up and down?
Thing is, no, I'm not. I'm more of a sit-at-home guy that just figuring out my act and just
Well, we're a lot alike in that way. Yeah. Well, why don't you go ahead, man? I'll let you take the mic for a while. Let's do a mock stand-up for like 5 or 10 minutes, like it's a show, and you can practice on me. And I'll tell you, I'll be honest, how funny. I'll rate them on a 1 to 10. Your joke's on a 1 to 10 scale. Do you have any acts that you have memorized?
I have. My acts are kind of more. I have some acts, but in order to get the full effect of them, they're more visual.
I see. Okay, so you need the body language included.
Yeah.
Yeah, radio, it's hard to do comedy over radio, man. I don't know comedy. I can't do it well. I attempt this dumb shit, this dry humor, and sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. And so what I have to do is focus on just getting interviews and basically getting news out to people and disseminating information because I can't be funny. I had a friend in high school who was voted the class clown. He was hilarious funny. He was Jim Carrey style funny, just like Jim Carrey. And I wanted to be like him, I wanted to be that funny. And I tried and I tried and I couldn't get it, man. I just couldn't be that funny. And nothing's changed in 23 years. I've got a little bit of dry humor. For the most part, I'm just not funny. But I love funny people. I'm so attracted to it. I listen to comedy channels all the time. It helps keep me halfway happy because my back is always bothering me. So it helps motivate me a little bit toward happiness. So I like that. But how are you received as a comedian when you go out to these clubs? Are you received well when you first take the stage, or do you have like a combative energy to you, like Man in the Moon? You remember that show?
Yeah.
That dude? He was kind of combative. He was like, fuck you, audience,
Yeah, I mean, I go up there, I'm very calm. I'm relaxed. I mean, it really wasn't always like that.
Yeah.
But it gets better over time.
How did you learn that? Was it just time that did it for you? That got the butterflies away?
Yeah, my first time was, I performed my first time actually at a dive bar in Chicago called Phyllis's.
Yeah.
It was like a little underground place.
Oh, cool. Okay.
Yeah,
But you didn't have a huge crowd for that first show?
No, that was a decent-sized crowd.
Oh, was it? Okay.
That was a decent-sized crowd for my first performance.
Yeah.
But that one wasn't recorded, though. That was just pop my cherry.
Okay. And you got bigger crowds after that, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and well, I got a joke here.
Okay.
You wanna just it's kind of a story about my dad.
Fire away, man. The microphone is yours.
I was born in a hospital.
Okay.
I spent the first 4 years of my life living in Naperville.
Mm-hmm.
When I was 4 years old, my dad's leg was crushed by a bobcat. Not the animal, but a piece of machinery.
I shouldn't be laughing.
No, it's not funny, but you know, you can laugh. I don't care about it.
Is he okay now?
He's good. He has a prosthetic leg.
Oh, I'm sorry, man. I'm not laughing at that anymore. That's not funny anymore. But go ahead, man.
But he was getting into the machine unaware some Nimrod left the keys in the ignition in the on position.
Mm-hmm.
So when he stepped in between the cab and the bucket came up and crushed his leg. This was probably October. In fact, it was Halloween, 1989.
Mm-hmm.
I visited him in the hospital wearing a big, bulky Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Leonardo costume that my mama made. Keep in mind, I'm 4 years old at the time. So he was staying home a lot. My dad and I would play Super Mario on Super Nintendo all the time. I would get so far into that game that whenever Super Mario jumped, I'd jump.
Is that the end of your story, man?
Yeah, that's the end of the story.
That's fucking funny, man.
Yeah.
You're much funnier than Ramsey, man.
Okay, let me see what else I got here.
So you and Ramsey are business partners, though, isn't that right? What would you say your business is? Is it just like a kind of a showbiz conglomerate you're doing on comedy?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, he's doing his own thing. I'm staying away from that. I never repeat a joke.
Yeah.
But he's doing that.
Well, see, I asked him, man. Maybe you can answer this for me. Why do that, Ramsey? All you got to do is come up with a great act and go repeat it. You know, you can mix it up sometimes, but why commit yourself to never retell a joke? And he said that's his thing. I don't know if it's as important, though, to have a thing like that as it is to have a good act. You know, you have to put them in the scales and balance them. I don't know. Why does he insist on doing that? Do you know?
Because he wants to. I really don't know why he does that. I mean, he's painting himself into a corner. He really is.
Yeah. That's what I told him. Oh, man. Well, see, and I admire him because that's fucking hard what he's doing, man. Having to come up with a new joke every time and then monitor your old shit to make sure you don't repeat something. Why is he putting himself in that situation? Does he really need that big of a challenge? Is that what he's looking for, a huge challenge in his life? I know he's listening to this shit right now, too.
Yeah.
Ramsey, come in the text chat, man, and defend yourself, you bastard. I want to know why you've confined yourself to never retelling a joke. I think that's crazy, man. That's crazy. But that's just me. Well, let's talk more about you now. Go ahead. Let's go ahead and tell my people. What's your first last name again?
My name is Brent Workington.
Brent Workington, and he is also a comedian, guys. Now, where can my people find out more about you? What is this tin fish thing, so I can understand everything?
Tin fish. My last name is Workington. I took the last three from my last name, T-I-N.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
and I like the fish.
Okay. And you like to fish. Okay, that makes sense.
Fish.
Yeah, makes perfect sense to me. They can find you on Facebook and find you on the internet where?
YouTube.com/MidgetTinfish.
Okay. And are you on Facebook too, or just YouTube? You have a lot of videos up of your performances?
Yes, I have a lot of videos up.
Now, I've seen a
And
video
you
or
can find-
two of yours. I've seen one where you won $500 in a lottery. You know that one? Or did Ramsey win $500 in a lottery? You still there? I think we lost connection here. And I don't know if he can call back in, but I can call back out. So let me go over to Google Voice and just be ready. Unless he just like passed out or something. I guess that's entirely possible. Workington, are you there? 10 fish. Houston, this is Houston to 10 fish. Are you there? Yeah, we need you to check that secondary transmit blaster there. It has a little bit of fuel coming out of the left portal. Do you see that? Yeah? You see that? Yeah, that means you're fucked. Your craft is heading toward the Zeta Reticuli star formation, and you're not coming home. Yeah, you're not. Get comfortable. Drink some beer. Put your head between your legs and kiss your ass goodbye. Anyway, are you there? Are you there, Mr. 10 Fish? 10 Fish. Earth to 10 Fish. 10 Fish, I believe that our comedian folks may have just gone into convulsions. And I'm not going to call 911 for two reasons. One is that I don't know exactly where he is. And another one is if I call 911 and they fix him real quick, he might have material that he will have lost that he could use in his next act. See, the way I look at it now, he may be flopping around on the floor, kicking people in the face. You know, the cat was accidentally underneath him when he went down, so that entire madness is evolving. See, this is an act in progress. So you would never want to interrupt something like that with medical attention, in my view. Why fuck with comedy when it's happening? Yeah, I'm not calling 911. I think he's gone down. I think he's probably having a grand mal seizure, but we're going to let that unfold for him, for his sake, because I care about people. I care about their careers, and I want this to work for him. 10 fish, call back in if you can. Make sure there's no foam in your mouth when you call because it'll ruin the cell signal. You know, that'll go right in and fry the speakers and shit. Don't do that. But do call back in once you can speak English again, you know, after the seizure and all. Call back in and tell us how it went, you know. Let's see what we got here. Did you just try to call back in? 10:35. Yeah, you did. Okay. So I'm going to call you back. Apparently the end calling is not working, but I can call you back. So I will do that. I'll get my little phone thing back up here. Okay, end that. And then let's try a redial. There we go. We're ringing. Yeah.
Well,
10 fish. Earth to 10 fish.
right here.
Did you pass out or something? What happened?
No, the call must have dropped.
Okay, well, because Ramsey told me like you had problems, man. Tell me about your problems.
What about my problems?
Well, I mean, all of them, man. Be honest. This show's called Truth on Tap, man. We tell everything here. We tell all our secrets here.
So, I was born with a mild cognitive disorder, and it affects my thinking.
Okay.
I was born with ADHD.
Yeah. Okay.
Attention deficit hyperactivity disorder.
Mhm.
And some people, I can't tell you how many people have taken advantage of me just because I have all these problems, and I just don't really know what to say all the time growing up.
Is it because you're too nice? Is that what they're doing? They're just coming in and finding your weaknesses?
You're listening to Truth on Tap with host Kevin Kirsten.
I feel sorry for are people that go through that, man. Sometimes the nicer you are, especially if you live in a big city area, people are going to fuck you, brother. I mean, how do you defend against that?
Yeah,
You,
right?
you
I
need
mean,
you need people around you that love you and care about you, man, all the time.
you know,
Does Ramsey take care of you? He says he does.
well, if you call taking, I'm sorry, taking advantage of me for his own personal gain, taking care of me.
Ooh, see, now we're getting into some good stuff. See, I have a psychology background, and now we're getting into the real stuff. Now, you guys are friends and business partners, but it's not as smooth as Ramsey would like it to appear on the surface. Is
Yeah.
he a good friend to you? Is he being a good friend to you?
Well, he hasn't always been the best of friends.
Yeah.
I mean, he's been doing a bunch of stuff that to me that I just at some points I just start yelling at him
Yeah. Because you're mad.
because I'm mad at him.
Yeah.
But other than that, I mean, he tries to rekindle it every time, but he thinks everything I say is a joke.
I'm sorry. I was just drinking coffee when you said that. I spit some out. Yeah, it's funny. Richard Pryor said that about his children. They think everything I say is a joke. But it's not, is it? Sometimes you're being dead serious.
Hey, hey,
I can tell the difference when someone's joking or not. But uh, with someone like you, see, I have to defend Ramsey here. I would assume you're joking until you tell me, hey, Kev, I'm being serious. And then I'll go, okay, I thought you were being sarcastic or something, you know. But yeah, comedians.
yeah,
Do you know what I read on Facebook the other day from one of my friends that I trust? She
yeah, what?
said she said comedians and writers, I believe she said either writers or actors, but comedians were some of the meanest people to be around. Like when you're bartending for them and stuff. She said comedians were some of the meanest people. There's a very dark side to them. I think comedy does have a dark element. You got to know the dark side to know the light side, right? I mean,
Yeah,
I
you
think.
need no dark side because
Mhm.
like it's all there is, and just not to be completely depressed.
There you go. There you go. I
So
mean, Mary Poppins would have never made it as a comedian. Don't come in here singing about throwing flowers and shit and dreaming about candy canes. Nobody wants to hear that. Life is hard. We want to hear about the hard
yeah,
times,
yeah,
you know. So you've got, I mean, if you've got hard times under your belt, well, shit, you've got endless material to go on, bro.
yeah. Is my was my favorite Dennis Leary quote would be um I'm so sick of people talking about oh my life's so hard, nothing ever turned out the way I want it to be.
Hmm.
Join the fucking club. Nothing's ever the way you want it to be.
That's right. Dennis Leary is one of my very favorite. I would say he's definitely in my top three favorite comedians. He was at one time my favorite. Back when he used to smoke and talk about eating red meat and shit with guys naked in a restaurant, that was the Dennis Leary
Yeah,
I loved.
yeah.
Back in the day.
Or the asshole song.
Yeah, yeah, the asshole, downtrodden. Oh yeah,
Yeah,
I'm an
yeah.
asshole, Leo, Leo, Leo. Yep. A
I
S
use
S.
public toilets and I piss on the seat. I walk around in the summertime saying, "How about this heat?" I'm an asshole, an asshole. Yo, 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 yo.
Oh man, he needs to go back to his old act. He got all clean and quit smoking and started doing the firefighters. He's always fighting on behalf of the firefighters, and I need him to get ugly again, man. He was good. He came from Canada, right?
I'm not really sure of his background, but
Yeah, I
I
think
know I
he's
like him.
Canadian. I'm pretty sure he's Canadian. I don't know where he lives now. Probably somewhere up in New York. I know he's in a northern state because he's always playing hockey by October. He's already playing hockey this year out on a pond.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't seem to me like that kind of guy.
I know. I wouldn't have thought that either, but I follow him on Facebook, and he started posting these pictures last year of him playing hockey, like in men's league, just like backyard pond hockey, and
Yeah.
and he's already started this year. Posted a picture of him out on the ice with his dog, or I think it's his dog, some big ass Marmaduke looking dog, and so he's already skating again this year. He's a huge. Maybe he lives in Boston. I know he's a huge Boston Bruins fan. He loves the Boston Bruins. He can't get enough of them.
Yeah.
Do you watch hockey at all?
I watch I watch a little bit of hockey.
Hmm.
I'm not really as much into it as my brother is.
Yeah. What team does your brother like to follow? Do you know?
Blackhawks.
Yeah, I figured you guys are out in Chicago. Blackhawks just whooped our ass. I'm a Washington Capitals fan. About 3 nights ago, 3 or 4 nights ago for the season opener. Blackhawks, the
Yeah.
Cup winners last year. Kick-ass team, that's for sure. No question about it. A young team. What sport do you like? Are you into sports at all?
I like I like football.
Do you? Okay, who do you follow in football? The Bears?
Bears.
Okay, can't blame you there. I always thought you were supposed to root for the home team. So when I used to follow football, I don't really follow it anymore. You know, I played all 4 years in high school. I coached it. I coached Little League when I got in the Air Force and stuff. So I was all over football. But then in about 2000, I just kind of got bored with it or something and stopped following it. But I was a Redskins fan. The only reason I was a Redskins fan is because they were the home team. I always thought you were supposed to root for the teams close to you. That's changed now. People,
No,
they just root for anybody, you know? They don't care about the home
well,
team.
well, growing up, I feel like you're supposed to root for the home team,
Yeah.
and if you're rooting for one team for a long time and they're not doing good,
Hmm.
it's more than sin to jump bandwagons.
That's right. That's right. That's exactly right. A true fan will stick with his team no matter what.
Yes.
Uh, and that's why I call myself, admittedly, a fair weather Redskins fan. I'll still watch them and I'll still root for them, but if they start losing, I'll abandon. But I won't go to another team. I'll just stop watching football. Now with the Capitals, they started in 1974, so this is their 40th year in, and they haven't won a cup yet. They're one of about 10 or 12 teams that still haven't won a Stanley Cup. But I don't care. I'm with them right on through. You know, I just love hockey that much, so picked my home team, started rooting for them, and that's who I'm with. You know, it's just the way it is.
Yeah, that's what I did with baseball.
Yeah, who's your baseball club?
White Sox.
Gotcha. Okay, White Sox hate. Who do they hate the most? The Red Sox?
No, they hit the Indians,
Oh, Cleveland. Okay.
Cleveland, and
Yeah.
I don't even follow them that much anymore.
Yeah. That's kind of how I am with football. Like I'll watch a game once in a while, and then I'm just like, this doesn't look like it used to. I'm not excited by it like I used to be. You know, I got one
Yeah.
friend that's a Raiders fan, and he's a diehard Raiders fan. He knows all about them. He knows all about their history. And what's funny is back in high school, I don't even really remember him being a fan. I guess he was, but you know, now I come back to this small town where I graduated from, and I meet these people, and they've all changed. And you know, he's like a Raiders expert. You know, he knows everything about the Raiders. And I'm like, wow, okay, gotcha. But some people say they never knew I was a hockey fan. I didn't talk about it much. I didn't wear a lot of shirts or jerseys. I just kind of kept it under my belt. But
Yeah.
I've got about 12 minutes left, Mr. Tenfish, and I've got to play a couple songs, so we're running out of time. But I just want to make sure people know exactly where to find you. So we know on YouTube. What's the YouTube address again?
www.youtube.com/MegATinfish. It's MEGATINFISH.
Okay. If you guys didn't get that, uh, all you got to do is message me. I'll get it to you. I'll get you the information. Are you on Facebook as well, or would you rather them just find you on YouTube?
You can find me on Facebook at comedian tinfish.
Okay, so it's facebook.com comedian tenfish, or just search
Yeah,
comedian tenfish. And tenfish, he's spelling Tinfish. That's all together, right?
one word.
One word. Yeah. All right, brother. Well, look, I appreciate you calling in place of Ramsey the Slacker tonight. And hey, I want you to know that you've got another fan in your corner, and I won't let Ramsey mess with you, man. I'll pick on him for that. So you just tell me when he's fucking with you, and I'll fuck with him. How about that?
Okay. Yeah, I'll leave you with the joke, though.
Okay, go for it, man.
What do you call an Arab on an airplane?
Oh, God. I have no idea.
A pilot, you terrorist.
Oh,
You're listening to Truth on Tap with host Kevin Kearsley.
well, I appreciate you calling in, brother, and I hope you'll call in again. If I can figure out how to get a three-way call going, I'd like to have you and Ramsey on because the two of you together, fighting back and forth, would entertain the shit out of me, and I'm guessing my fans would like it too.
All
So
right.
if I can work that technical part out, maybe you'd be willing to do it next Friday at 10 p.m.
All right. Yeah.
Okay.
Again, I don't have a computer, so I'll
Okay.
probably have to call in on my cell phone again.
Okay. Well, I found out just tonight that I could call out, that I could call you, so that works. So we may have to do it that way. Because your calls in,
Okay.
they were coming, but they weren't ringing my Google voicemail for some reason. I don't know why. So I'm still learning
Okay.
the technical side of broadcasting, you know?
All right.
So that's life. Anyway, man,
Yeah.
I think you're funny as hell. I think you got a bright future if you want it. And you got another fighter in your corner here. You're always welcome to come on Truth on Tap, bro.
Okay.
All right, man. I'll talk to you later, Mr. Tenfish.
And will I be able to get your broadcast out here?
Yeah, absolutely. You just have to get, well, you have to go on the internet to get it, but you go to Spreaker.com and search for Truth on Tap.
Okay.
Okay, and you can also get the mobile app. If you've got a smartphone, you can go over, doesn't matter if it's an iPhone or an Android, you can go over and get the Spreaker. Sounds like speaker, but with an R. Spreaker.com. Get the Spreaker app, and you can listen to Truth on Tap so you can hear yourself on there.
Okay.
All right?
And all shows are recorded on there?
Yes, sir. That's correct.
Okay.
Yeah. So you would just look for the one that was recorded on October 4th, starting at about 10 p.m. That's going to be the one you're on.
All right.
All right? All right, man. I will talk to you again soon, Mr. Tenfish. Thank you, brother.
You too.
You guys heard it here first. Mr. Tenfish, a friend of Ramsey Swice. I've got mixed feelings about this, man. You know, Ramsey, you got some splaining to do, man. You've been picking on Mr. Tenfish. How you going to get out of this one? Because I feel kind of like a guy who, I feel like a mom. I feel like a mom who has two kids now. And one kid just came and told me, Mom, Ramsey's been hitting me over the head with a lamp every night for the past 6 months. What am I going to do with you now, Ramsey? Have you been hitting him over the head with a lamp? Is he making this up? You know, what's going on? What's going on, brother? To be honest with you, you know, this is about comedy, so I can't take either one of you seriously. You know that, right? I can take you seriously as men off the air, but on the air, it's a fucking comedy show, so be funny. You're both funny. I love you. Keep it up. I do believe that with Ramsey being a midget Arab and me being a giant white imperialist American, we can help bridge a gap between what's going on in the Middle East and in the West, because there needs to be understanding there. Human nature has it such that in history, when we don't understand something, we kill it, don't we? We do. If we don't understand something, we kill it. Get to a new land, people have feathers on their head, kill them. You know, the people with the feathers on their head, crazy white dudes coming in with tall hats, kill them. A little understanding, man. Just saying, look, you didn't get to pick who you were going to be born as. You didn't get to pick where you were going to be born, what religion. You didn't get to pick any of that. You didn't get to pick which color, which sex. You didn't get to pick if you were going to be a man born in a woman's body, woman in a man's body. You are who you are. You were dealt that card. You can change a bunch of stuff, but you can't change who you were born. So let's not hold anybody accountable for who they were born as. How about that? Let's only hold them accountable for their choices, if we have to hold them accountable at all, meaning judge necessarily. Judging people, I have some friends that say, well, everybody judges, just natural. It is natural. It is natural, but at one time, so was shitting in the middle of the street. We got that under control, and I think we can get judging under control. And by the way, from a Korean friend I had in college, in Korea, they still shit in the street. In North Korea, the woman always follows the man, and if he decides to stoop over and take a shit, she shovels it up and cleans it after he's done. Yeah. So when you hear things like that, I hope American women go, damn, we're doing all right, man. We're doing all right. There's still a fight. Of course, there's a glass ceiling, and it's got to be broken. But it's all relative, isn't it? Isn't it really all relative? I think it is. You heard me earlier. I cut the Capitol building in half with my chainsaw, my trusty steel. And, and I stole a hot dog. I actually left money there, but I don't know if it was enough to cover taxes and other fees. Because you have to pay fees for food in Washington, I think. There's you have tariffs. You have to pay administrative food fees. And then from that, you get FDA approval fees for the vendor. And then the vendor has licensing fees, which he has to charge extra on top of the hot dog. So when you get done with all that, sometimes it can be roughly $240,000 for a hot dog. But I just left $3 there. So I think I'm probably short a little bit. I'm not a math guy. I'm more an English guy. Hopefully I won't be in trouble for that. I'm sure I won't be in trouble for cutting the Capitol building in half because, nobody's chasing me. So, whatever. I think I made my point. Fix the fucking government, y'all. Don't start dealing in the middle of a major crisis. Let me say this. To all future presidents from any party, take any and all deals off the table. Do not negotiate anything around a CR that's important, around a fiscal budget that's already been negotiated on, or, most importantly, around a debt ceiling increase where that is necessary. We may need all kinds of spending reform. I get it. This is not how you do it. You do not wait until there's 12 seconds left in the fourth quarter and say, by the way, we're not going to let you finish the game unless you get 16 points in the next 4 seconds. That's not how you do this shit. You start this shit early and you get it ironed out before major deadlines approach. This is what the government was meant to do. What the government was not meant to do was wait for a deadline, jump out of the trail like a bunch of bandits with guns, and say, we're going to hold the whole thing hostage till we get what we want. Now, you empty your wallets and you empty your wagons into our bags here. Doesn't work like that, man. Really doesn't. I got a lot of people against me on that. I have to live with that. I'm calling it the way I see it, and I think I see it clearly. And this is not the time for negotiations. This is the time to pass a clean CR. This is the time to early raise the debt ceiling as necessary for the money Congress, Republican and Democrat, has already spent on their respective states. They've already spent the fucking money. Time to pay the bill now. This isn't asking for more money to spend. This is asking for the money to pay the bill. Let's get it right. And they want to fuck around with that? Why? You know why. It's to make one president look bad. You know why. There's no question there. Oh, you'll hear it. You'll hear all kinds of shit. You'll hear all kinds of bullshit, but that's not what it is. It's because they hate this president. A lot of them hate him because he's black. Some of them hate him not because he's black, just because he seems, I don't know, confident. I don't know. Whatever the case is, they hate him. They can't stand him. My gut tells me there's a lot more racism going on than we hear. And I hear the right going, stop calling it racism. Well, I'm calling a pot a pot. Fuck it. I see a lot of racism. A lot of people just can't stand the fact there's a nigger in the White House. Can't stand a nigger in my White House. Got to get him out of there. How racist, man. How small-minded is that? So narrow-minded. And if this is pissing you off right now, you're the person I'm talking to. Because you need to expand your mind a little bit and realize people don't get to pick how they're born. They don't get to pick which color. And even if they did, what makes your color better than any other? White people stole this country from Native American Indians. You know it and I know it. And we're lucky we have it. And we're lucky the Native American Indians are happy enough with the concessions we've made, that they haven't mounted some kind of internal terrorist organization. God damn, they'd have every right to, wouldn't they? Put yourself in their shoes. And that's the biggest problem I have with far right-wing Republicans. Far right-wing Republicans. Putting yourself in someone else's shoes is impossible for you. Far right-wing Republicans are about big business, and they're in bed with them. And that's it. If you make less than $200,000 a year, they hate you. They don't want to talk to you. You're fucking scum. They don't want to deal with you. On the left, especially on the extreme left, you get a little bit too much compassion. They want to give everybody a handout, you know. Not everybody deserves a handout. Some people qualify by law for government assistance. Let's give them that. And we've made these programs. It's not like they're saying, oh shit, let's reach into the pot here and throw some cash at you. We have developed these programs over decades. Okay, so they're good programs. If you don't like them, you got to get in there. You got to get in and talk to your congressman, talk to your senators, and get them to change these rules and regulations. If you don't, shut the fuck up. Yeah. So don't want to hear what you have to say if you're not going to do anything to change it. Voting is not enough. Voting is not enough if you want to get change in this country. It's not enough. But people that don't vote and still want to talk some shit, oh my God. How annoying is that, man? I don't vote because it's just supporting this ugly machine we call government. And then they want to come bitch about the government? Get the fuck out of my face. You better go pull a lever somewhere before you even talk to me. And if you want to change something, pulling a lever ain't enough. You got to start writing letters. You got to start making calls. You got to start, you know, doing protests and shit. I've never done one. I'm not saying I'm that man, but I know what's required. I know what's required. And yes, I have written many a letter, starting back in 1992 to Bill Clinton. You damn straight I write letters. Yes, sir. Congressmen, senators, presidents, don't care. I'll write them. People, you know, as far as being opinionated, believe it or not, I'm not that opinionated. I'm really not. I am wide open. For my education, part of it is that I believe you have to keep a totally open mind. I let knowledge pass in front of me, and I keep a working truth going. That's what I do. But I believe in a few core things, and that is that people need to respect other people. Everyone needs to learn to walk in other groups' shoes, especially those that they tend to hate. There is no reason to hate a group. If you hate a group, you have fallen victim. You are the used prey of some sort of media format that has decided to warp you, and you've let them. You've let them. If you normally listen to Rush Limbaugh, I encourage you to go listen to MSNBC for a week, and maybe you'll hate him. You know, you probably will, but at least watch your enemies. Hear the other side, and maybe if it's not too fucking much to ask, have a little bit of compassion and say, let me see if I can see a couple of points from their view. What if you did that? Wouldn't this be a better world? I think it would. If you're always watching MSNBC, you can't peel your eyes away from Rachel Maddow. I want you to go watch Bill O'Reilly. Oh, what a prick. I'd never watch him. Well, that's part of the problem in this country. Go watch him. Now, he is an asshole, but his ideas and policies can be good and bad. Give him a little bit of your time and see what he's got to say. See if you can relate to any of it. See, you're going off of what people have told you about him. You have not experienced him. So go experience him. Go to both sides and get your shit. We're coming up on a 1 hour mark. Let me go see if anybody's in chat. I don't know how long I want to keep this going tonight. 10:36. That was the last call, so we're good there. I don't have anybody in chat right now. I don't think. Let me refresh this page. And if I don't have anybody in chat and I don't see anybody on Facebook, we're not going to keep this going much longer because I don't want to ruin a good show with padding. And it has been a good show so far. I was going to do a separate government show because I saw some sickening things today. And let me just go ahead and touch on them real quick, and then we'll call it the end of the show. So let's go about 10 more minutes here. Did you see the Republican, I believe he's a congressman today, telling the park ranger that she ought to be ashamed of herself? Did you see that? That person should be, whatever steps have to be taken to forcibly remove him from office should be taken. That is the lowest political scheme I have ever seen executed. The lowest. It is. It's just disgusting. She was working without pay. Do you know that? Yeah. And he told her she ought to be ashamed of herself for turning people away from that memorial. I'd hate to be in that guy's PR position right now. I would hate it. He's lost. He's lost. What a dumbass move, you know. We're getting a little bit too much of that from the right now. Sometimes we get it from the left. Right now we're getting it from the right. So, anyway. The other thing was that they caught, who was it that they caught on camera? Mitch McConnell and one other guy, I can't remember, caught him on hidden audio. And I can kind of decode the message for you. It's this. How are we going to win politically? The Democrats don't realize that by saying they won't negotiate, they're losing favor in the public polls. As long as the Democrats don't realize that, and we realize that we're gaining favor points by saying, let's talk, why, we're going to win this. All right, there's my Captain Crunch decoder ring at work. That's their plan. That's their plan. Is it true to a degree? I think it's got some merit. I think if the Democrats don't reword this we won't negotiate thing, remember, this was not a deal. This was not a time to do a deal. This came up out of the blue. The far right said, we're not passing shit till we stop this Obamacare. What? Wait a minute. It's law. It was signed into law. And the Supreme Court took it to see if it was constitutional. Turns out it is. Turns out it is. Turns out that 95% of the people that hate it don't know a fucking thing about it. Honestly. And you're going to shut the government down over this. Think about that for a minute. If you want to fight Obamacare, you can. You can do it without shutting the government down. The Democrats aren't going to move. They've already moved. I guarantee you that. They're not going to budge. And I don't blame them. They've already moved. They've already come down on the budget to meet the Republicans' demands. They're not doing another deal. And don't. I encourage you guys, don't budge. Don't budge. The Republicans are drowning right now. They're drowning themselves. And the public polls show that. Now, I will agree with something they suggested earlier on that hidden audio, which is that the Democrats aren't doing themselves any favors by taking such a harsh wording. They need to remind people of why they're not budging, because not everybody knows why they're not budging. Some people are fooled into thinking that the Republicans are cleanly coming up with this, hey, let's make a deal thing, instead of jumping out from the woods like they did to rob the stagecoach, okay, which is exactly what they did. And some people are believing that they've come up in a fair way, asking for a fair deal. Wait a minute. We already made all our deals. It's time to pass the goddamn CR. It's time to keep the government open, and it's time to raise the debt ceiling to pay your bills that you racked up, bitches. Okay, just like everybody else. And you're going to fuck with us now and demand something from us? No. No, sir. Do not negotiate, I say to the Democrats. Do not negotiate. And I encourage any party, Republican or Democrat, independent, green, I don't care who you are, in the future, if you're the president, you and your cabinet, if you have a majority in Congress, do not negotiate anything near major deadlines. Insist that all those negotiations be done in the quieter times. Make deals. Make fair deals. Let the people see the deals you're making. Make them very public so that they can call you. Your constituents can agree or disagree. Hell, who knows? Some of them could come up for a public vote if we decided to administer that kind of law. Do it that way. Don't make the entire world lose confidence and faith that the American government cannot keep itself open. One, something Newt Gingrich calls normal. Well, normal for him. How many wives he had? 16 or 17 now? Yeah, normal for him. Normal for him. It's not normal. The government's not supposed to shut down. That means it's broken. The system is broken. Also, the debt ceiling raising, a lot of people don't understand it. They think we're going to get more money to blow. And then the people that read a couple headlines say, well, I realize now that it's to pay the bills, but we've got to use this to make people cut spending. You know what that means? That means the Republicans right now are saying, okay, we're supposed to just raise the debt ceiling to pay our bills and yours. But what we're going to do instead is say no, and we're going to insist that you make cuts. And here's the cuts you're going to make. Keep all of our programs that we like fully funded. Cut all of your programs that we don't like so they can't be fully funded. You understand that? They're calling that compromise. Yeah, that's the truth. You're listening to Truth on Tap. Your host, Kevin Kierstead. If you disagree with me, why don't you let me know it? Why don't you come on the show and tell me? Call in. The call-ins aren't working, but I can call back out. Once you try to call in, I'll see your number. Or you can go to the chat. Since the show is almost over today, unless I get a call or somebody in chat, we may continue this discussion at another time. But you can find all the information about shows, both past and present and future, on the Facebook page, and that is facebook.com/truthontapshow. Don't forget the show, Truth on Tap Show. The easy way to remember it is TOTS. Facebook.com/truthontapshow. That'll give you the page to the shows. That covers both Caps on Tap and Truth on Tap. And it'll give you links to upcoming shows. You know, I tend to post when I'm about to do a show on there. So instead of just knowing the Spreaker site when you don't know when a show is going to come, go over to the Facebook site where you can actually see when shows are coming, start discussions, keep discussions going about old shows if you want. Let me know where I'm wrong. Tell me where I'm wrong. I'll air your views. There's only two kinds of people I pick on and that I will verbally assault. That's assholes and bullies. And by assholes, I mean full-time assholes, not somebody who's having an asshole day. I'll give you a pass on that. We all have those. You can even have an asshole week. I'm all right with it. Shit happens. But if you're a permanent asshole, you live to see other people suffer, I'm going to make you look silly. And if you're a bully, I'm going to make you look silly, and then I'm going to make you look stupid. Yeah. So if you're not one of those two people, I'm going to make you look good, even if you're cussing me out. Sure am. So, anyway, you know if you are. And if you are one of those two types of people, and you want to go ahead and call in and try me, I encourage you to do it. People love a good fight. Yeah, I look forward to putting the assault on you. You won't be doing yourself any favor, though. I guarantee that. But you're welcome to call in. Everybody is. Hell, I have the Arab midget on here, who is probably planning to blow up an innocent cow in a field somewhere, that fucker. What are you doing, Ramsey? I hear you. I hear the little tick-tick-ticks coming out of your apartment. Crazy bitch. You got a towel on your head right now, singing some shit about Alibaba and 40 Thieves? Yeah, I'm on to you, Ramsey. I'm just messing with you, bro. All right, well, we're getting ready to sign on out of here. A reminder of what you have been listening to.
You're listening to Truth on Tap with host Kevin Kierstead.
That's right, and we're going to play a couple of Bad Ace songs for you on the way out. Funny thing, they're playing tonight. So, in theory, one of these songs could be playing at the exact same time that the exact same song is playing live somewhere near here. Yeah, craziness, isn't it? One of the ones I like is In Your Life, getting funky with the harmonica. And let's see, what's the other one we'll do? I've done that one too many times. Let me find another one. I've played those too many times. I need to play a different one. Oh, Your Love. There we go. Yeah, we'll do that one. We haven't done that one in a while. So we're going to do In Your Life, followed by Your Love. Get ready for about 7 minutes of pure quality coming out of your speakers. Bad Ace. You can catch them at badace.com. You can also find them on Facebook. Just get your Google Giggle Goggle on, and they'll turn up. This has been Truth on Tap. Your host, Kevin Kierstead. Peace!
Never had a feeling this quick as this before. Although I've loved plenty, none was loved anymore. I've got you dancing in my mind every minute of every day. But I just feel so well out. I find the words to say. But I want task. I never dreamed I'd hold you in all my living days, but I just feel so right, baby. If I knew what to say, that I want you, not always in my arms, that I need you, baby, offer you the stars. Well, I know that soon the time will come that I will be the only one. Oh, I know that soon the time will come that I will be the only one in your life. Never had a feeling as quick as this before. Although I've loved plenty, none wasn't loved anymore. You say you want attention, mama, I got plenty to pay, but I just feel so well, baby. If I knew what to say, that I want you, always in my arms, that I need to, baby, protect you later on. Oh, I know that soon the time will come that I will be the only one. Oh, I know that soon the time will come that I will be the only one. That I will be the only one in your life.
You're listening to Truth on Tap with host Kevin Kears.
You don't know what you're doing to me. And you don't know the way you make me feel. What it does when you give that look. It steals my heart now, baby. That's not all you took. There's something else has to come back. Oh, I got to have your love, your love, your love, your love, your love, your love. Your love is filling me up with tears. Your love is killing me. I can't live with myself until I have your love, your love, your love, your love. You said, baby, don't hold on. But if I let go, what will I do? I don't want to hear those words from you. All I want to do is hold on to your love, your love, your love, your love. So let me give all of my loving
Truth on Tap with host Kevin Kearsley.